Hello Internet, my name is Zephyr and I am back again with another Transformers 1 theory, answering a question nobody asked. And that is, why does D16 in Transformers 1 turn into a tank? No, really, because when D16 finally transforms, revealing his alt mode, he's the odd man out, having a more militaristic vehicle compared to everyone else. And I think I know why. Throughout the entire movie, D16 has always been treated as the odd one out. Despite the movie literally being about him and exploring his dynamic with his best friend, out of everyone in the group, he's the one that feels the most out of place. And that's done on purpose, to set up his eventual turn into Megatron. Every Transformers fan already knows the story because we've seen it a million times, and even the casual fans already know that Optimus Prime and Megatron are sworn enemies, and this movie needs to establish that. But it's in a way it does so that's so interesting. You see, they don't just need to explain the origins to Transformers fans, they need to explain it to a more casual audience as well, which is why they had to depict D16 as being kinda weird from the get-go. Even before he learns the truth about Sentinel, D16 already shows some pretty violent tendencies that are supposed to come off as friendly banter and funny haha jokes. From the very moment we meet him, D16 is all about protocol and all about rules, making sure they don't get broken. And when they do get broken, he gets very upset, more than he reasonably should, always coming across as pissed off for no reason. However, the movie does make an attempt to elaborate on this, with Orion Pax having a history of getting himself into trouble, with D16 having to bail him out. While this is a good enough explanation, it still feels like we're missing some context, and that's because we are. As it would turn out, the original script for Transformers 1 characterized D16 and Orion Pax meeting in a completely different way, as they would pull from the comics and have D16 be a gladiator. This idea was cut and then later changed to have him just be a miner, as the writers didn't feel it necessary to have him be a gladiator. And this extra little bit of context could have really helped cement D16's character and help the audience understand why he is the way he is. It also would have helped explain why he transforms into a tank. However, because this is not the canon story that they chose, I have another theory as to why he transforms into a tank that makes a lot more sense. And it's not just because Hasbro is forcing Megatron to turn into a tank because they can't turn him into one of these anymore. Despite the main message of the movie being to choose your own path in life, ironically, I feel like this is not the case for poor old D16. That is because I believe that D16 was always meant to be a warrior and even serve in the High Guard, explaining why he transforms into a tank. And there is plenty of evidence to support this claim. And they're all things that I've stated earlier. The way he behaves. He is very by the books. He sticks to protocol, and he gets unreasonably upset when protocol is broken. His idea of humor is to threaten violence on other bots. And the smoking gun is when he finally learns of Sentinel Prime's betrayal. He makes it his personal mission to destroy him, no matter who or what gets in his way, and he does not stop until he accomplishes it. This could even be used to explain as to why Alpha Trion took note of D16 when he was giving him his TCOG, taking note of his behavior and what he was saying, but most importantly, the fact that he had a sticker on his shoulder, idolizing his fallen comrade, Megatronus Prime, the known warrior of the 13 Primes. One more thing of note is that when they all received their TCOGs, despite getting the cogs from the fallen Primes, they all transform into their respective vehicle modes that they were assigned from birth. They could not choose their vehicle modes, as up until then they did not even possess the ability to transform, let alone scan a different vehicle. While it could be argued that Orion Pax was always destined to be a Prime, the same cannot be said for D16. He was definitely destined to be a warrior because he is a militaristic vehicle compared to everyone else who are civilian vehicles. It all makes sense. D16 was always destined to be a warrior, and when given a choice, he chose to become Megatron, fully embracing his warrior instincts. But now I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Let me know what you think of this theory.
Then I have a very special announcement to make, because I am doing my very first ever giveaway where I am going to be giving away this fully 3D printed custom Matrix of Leadership popcorn bucket. How is it a popcorn bucket, you may ask? Well, that is because you are able to pull this matrix apart just like in a movie and flip the center crystal around, revealing a bowl for you to put your snacks into. And here's how you can enter. Just send an email email to zephyrprojectgiveaways@gmail.com, and most importantly, make sure the subject says giveaway entry if you want your entry to be counted. I will be choosing at random, and I will announce the winner on April 7th, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned.
And as always, thank you for watching.